Hello. So this is my kind of reflection of everything I've been doing this semester. So the first paper that I wrote was the proposal, and hold on. Okay, so the first paper I wrote was the proposal, and I basically laid out the groundwork of what I planned on writing about in my third essay. So I laid out that I was going to explain what social media is, why too much social media can lead to social media addiction, what social media addiction is, and little bits and pieces of what would be in my third essay. I also included things that in my proposal that I didn't end up putting in my third essay because I didn't think it was that relevant, and it would probably be like a 30-page paper if I did that, and I just didn't think that was necessary. So then the next paper I wrote, obviously, was the outline. This one obviously took a little longer because I was finding all of my quotes and I wanted to make my life a lot easier when I went to write my third paper. So I set my outline up as like the introduction, and then I numbered them of what I wanted to talk about in that specific paragraph. And then I put quotes from different sources. And then I had an introduction, supporting paragraph 1, supporting paragraph 2, supporting paragraph 3, 4, counter argument, the rebuttal, and then the conclusion. So that in my introduction, I basically explained what social media is and what social media addiction is. And then I backed it up with a bunch of sources, and then I went on to say how social media affects people's lives. Oh, social media addiction affects people's lives. And then I explained why people obtain social media addiction and how they can get it. And then I explained my thesis for the essay. And then in my supporting paragraph 1, I spoke of doom scrolling and what doom scrolling is, how that was significant to, or how is related and significant to social media addiction, and I actually didn't put that in there. Supporting paragraph 2 is about the negative outcomes of social media, so mental health, psychological health, physical health. And then supporting paragraph 3 was how social media addiction alters brain chemistry, which defines what dopamine is, explains why the reward pathways don't function properly when someone has a specific addiction, and then defining long-term potentiation. And then supporting paragraph 4 was all the solutions for social media addiction. And the best one I came up with was cognitive behavioral therapy. And I have a ton of sources on those. And then my counter argument was based on the affordability and training of cognitive behavioral therapists and how limited they are. And I found sources that back up that claim. And then in my refutation to my counter argument, I backed it up that therapist-guided internet-based CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy for short, is more affordable and accessible than face-to-face CBT. Therefore, the availability and cost would not be an issue. Backed it up with sources. And then in my annotated bibliography, I obviously explained for each source why that would be relevant in my essay. Finally, I wrote my essay, and it ended up being altogether, my computer's having a spasm. One moment. 16 pages, and that includes the annotated bibliography. But without including the annotated bibliography, it was 11. And today is Sunday. It is due Wednesday. I have not I completed my essay, but I haven't conferenced quite yet as much as I would like to. So I went back and fixed the things that I know needed fixed, and had help from a friend, and I'm pretty confident on this. I did the point, evidence, explain. I went through the entire essay, and if I made a point, then added the evidence. A lot of the times I didn't explain. I just had a quote, and then I just went on to something else. So then after each quote, I explained what that quote meant in my own words. Not copying the quote, but basically explaining it. So that is my reflection on my journey, I guess. I thought this was a little stressful, but it's a research class, so I didn't really expect anything different. But I think the outline in the annotated bibliography really helped a lot, because then I didn't have to go and make the sources for my third paragraph. I could just copy paste from my own annotated bibliography, and in my outline, I could just copy the sources from that paper and put it into my research essay. So that is my progress and on my my essay.
I'm like writing my outline, and I have no idea what to do. Like, I'm a page and a half in, and I just don't think I'm doing it right. Like, addressing that there's an issue, but like, I don't know. Address there's an issue. It says address that there's an issue. This is the Aristotelian or Aristotle, I don't know. Address the issue, present your case by explaining the issue in detail and why something must be done. Address the opposition, provide the proof, present your conclusion. Seems easy, right? No, it's not.